Yo, what's going on, YoRumors Mafia? It's your boy YoRumors back giving another video, so check this out, bro. As you can tell by the title of the video, reacting to the gang leaders of New Jersey, the rise and fall of crime figures. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. Some of the people I know personally very well, and some others I don't. I've been living in New Jersey my whole entire life. I know all these hoods that they're about to describe in these videos. I'm trying to get this channel to 100K subscribers, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so it's a possible upload or stream. But without further ado, let's get into this reaction video.
Check it. Got it.
Straight like that.
I can't stress it. Gotta check in.
No question.
Know what we mean.
Now I'm not gonna hold you. These dudes right here, real stand-up gentlemen right here. Real stand-up gentlemen. I know these dudes very well. Real stand-up gentlemen.
No question
It's your
about
boy
that.
Cash Detroit, man. We get busy out here.
No toes, no easy path.
The Purple Boys.
Yeah,
So
man
why
can't
stay
help
with
you
those?
either.
Yesterday, right after a federal grand jury returned his indictment, federal agents arrested Corey Hamlin, the leader of the Grape Street Crips, along with 3 other alleged gang members.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the stories of
Now I'm not gonna hold you.
some
Let me
of
go
the
back a
most-
little bit.
Welcome back.
I believe I can't even see me. But this is back in October on 10 Trader. I believe I'm somewhere in this video. I think this is me right here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I can't really tell.
to the channel. Today,
Is that me?
we're diving into the stories of some of the most notorious gang leaders who have terrorized communities across the United States.
I'm somewhere in
Corey
that video,
Hamlin
though.
of the Grape Street Crips in Newark to Earl Burnett of the Bloods in Trenton, Vincent Young of the Fruit Town and Brick City Brims, and finally Bayshine Leary of the Gangster Killer Bloods. These individuals have led violent and destructive lives, leaving a trail of crime and chaos in their wake. Let's explore their rise to power, their criminal activities, and their ultimate downfall. Today, we're diving into the story of some of Trenton's most notorious Blood Street gang members who are now beginning to serve time in state prison. These gang members, part of the violent 79 Trace set, have been involved in a range of illegal activities including firearms trafficking, drug distribution, and promoting violence over a span of 5 years. Earl Burnett, the 29-year-old leader of the 79 Trace set of the Bloods, and his underling, 35-year-old Doris Jackson, have both received hefty prison sentences earlier this month for their roles in this violent racketeering organization. They were among the 20 defendants indicted in April 2014 on charges related to racketeering and gang criminality. Their investigation uncovered the illicit activities of the 793 Bloods set, led by Burnett, which included attempted murder, robbery, burglary, witness tampering, drug distribution, and the unlawful transport of firearms from October 2008 to April 2013. Each of the indicted gang members was accused of participating in these criminal activities to gain money and power for the Bloods enterprise. Prosecutors noted that most of the defendants charged in the indictment were already in custody for underlying offenses. Earl Burnett, initially indicted on first-degree racketeering, gang criminality, and promoting organized street crime, Burnett pleaded guilty last month to a single count of first-degree racketeering. On November 17, he received a 12-year prison sentence. Burnett must serve 85% of his sentence before becoming eligible for parole. After serving his time, he will be under 5 years of parole supervision, as ordered by Mercer County Superior Court Judge Robert Billmeyer. Burnett has a prior criminal history and received 1,836 days of jail credit for being locked up from November 7, 2012 to November 16, 2017. This story is a stark reminder of the persistent and dangerous nature of gang activity in our communities. The 79 Trace set of the Bloods, under Burnett's leadership, terrorized Trenton for years. Japet Lopez, aka King Japet, 33, of Newark, and another ring member have pleaded guilty today before Superior Court Judge Nancy Sevilli in Essex County. Japet Lopez, who controlled the racketeering enterprise, faces a recommended sentence of 15 years in state prison.
I heard about this
including
case
7
when I was growing
years
up.
of parole ineligibility. Japet and Keel Lopez held top leadership positions in the Newark chapter of the Almighty Latin King and Queen Nation Street Gang.
I'm not gonna hold you. Where I'm living at now, bro, if you go down the street and you say King Jap, them niggas is on your ass. I promise you, but them niggas is not playing with this nigga right here. Like, oh my, this is crazy.
Lopez was the Latin King's second crown or cacique and was a former third crown or warlord.
Yo, I remember I was playing football one day and I ran into him. This guy right here. I was playing football at Riverbank Park one day, and I ran into him, bro. And I didn't know who he was, literally until today. Like right hand the guy, bro. I did not know who this guy was until today, bro. Nigga tossed me the football back and said, "Yo, stay from around here at a certain time." I'm like, "What the fuck this nigga think he talking to?" Whole time, man. This
Head of Security, Colonel Patrick Callahan, Acting Superintendent of the New Jersey State Police.
Remember when I said in the intro, real stand-up men in this shit? It's real stand-up men in here, bro. I swear to God.
Latin Kings gang were so cold and ruthless, they viciously beat their own members who fell out of line and were willing to kill to defend their drug-dealing turf. Japet Lopez, Kiel Lopez, Carlos Rodriguez, and 3 other men, Justin Rodriguez, Israel Carreras, and Julio Benabi, were charged in connection with the criminal restraint and attempted armed robbery of a member of a rival gang, the Trinitarios. They allegedly dragged the victim into the basement of an apartment building at 223 Mount Prospect Avenue in northern Newark, the stronghold for the Latin Kings, where they restrained and beat him. During the incident, Luis Aliquin, a Latin Kings gang member, was shot and killed in a stairwell by individuals suspected to be associates of the robbery victim who came looking for him. The victim managed to escape through a back door when shots rang out. During the investigation, surveillance captured sales of hundreds of wax folds of heroin and crack cocaine by members of the drug ring at 223 Mount Prospect Avenue. Additional surveillance at May 38th Street, where Kiel Lopez lived with his girlfriend Yuritsa Perez, also charged, captured sales of hundreds of vials of drugs. Search warrants executed at these locations and other residences of gang members led to the seizure of 4 handguns, including 2 defaced guns, drugs, and copies of the Latin Kings Manifesto and other gang literature.
These niggas got this shit inherent. Like, niggas don't know this shit at the top of that. I'm like I said, I'm not dissing nobody, but like, these niggas, nah, you right. Yo, you gotta follow this book right here, yo. This shit right here, yo.
Paraphernalia. This story highlights the persistent and dangerous influence of the Latin Kings in Newark and the tireless efforts of law enforcement to dismantle these criminal enterprises. Today, we're diving into the shocking and violent end of Bayshine Leary, a former leader of the Bloods gang in Trenton, New Jersey.
Yo, I think the first time I heard about G-Shine is probably like around about 2003 when I was living in East Orange, bro. I believe so, yeah. I was living in East Orange, and these. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I've never liked it. Like, I love. Don't get me wrong. I love people, but like when it comes to like gangs and like Crips and Bloods, I don't like certain sets. You forget what I'm saying? Like, just because I don't like that set, don't mean I don't like you. It may be some person out that set that probably did something to me, or I feel like they're trying to do something to me that I don't like. Man, I remember when G-Shine Blood came out and niggas was throwing this up. If you was throwing this up, you was definitely certified G-Shine. If you not, you get your ass cracked on sight. I'm not even trying to play with niggas. Like,
by a casino
man,
security guard in Florida.
These ain't playing out
he
here.
Randomly opened fire inside the gambling hall. Let's get into the details of this dramatic and deadly incident. Bayshine Leary, 42, met his end at about 3 a.m. on Saturday at the Q Times 777 in Lake City, Florida, located about an hour west of Jacksonville. Authorities reported that Leary was involved in a dispute at the casino. After being asked to leave, he initially complied, but returned shortly after with a firearm. Witnesses told investigators that Leary pointed his gun at a woman inside the casino and attempted to shoot her at point-blank range. Fortunately, the gun malfunctioned. In a fit of rage, he began firing randomly throughout the casino.
Damn.
A security guard quickly engaged him, leading to an exchange of gunfire. Leary was the only person hit and died at the scene. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office is investigating the involvement of a second person who was with Leary at the time. Leary had a Lake City address, but it's unclear how long he had been in Florida. The Sheriff's Office confirmed they had no prior contact with him. Leary's past is riddled with violence and crime. In the mid-2000s, during a time of rampant gang violence in Trenton, Leary was a leader of the gangster
like I said,
Killer
2003.
Bloods, also known as G-Shine. His criminal record includes a 2005 incident where he was tangentially involved in a shooting aboard an NJ Transit bus in Trenton. This attack wounded a rival gang member and a 12-year-old girl from Hamilton.
And Trenton is probably like no more than maybe an hour away from, because right there next to Pennsylvania. So like I'm saying before, I know all these people, bro. News is traveling fast around New Jersey like that, bro. Like, man.
Leary was arrested the day
And in
after the
2000, I
shooting
was a
with
kid.
Leon Butta
I wasn't even a
McClendon,
teenager.
the actual shooter, and claimed ownership of the 9mm gun used in the crime. He later pleaded guilty to a firearm charge and was sentenced to 7 years in prison. After serving his sentence, Leary's violent streak continued. In 2012, he shot a man in Trenton and was sentenced to another 5 years in prison, being released in May 2016. Later that year, state parole officers charged him with possessing a firearm in his home during a mandated visit. This tragic end to Bayshine Leary's life is a stark reminder of the relentless violence associated with gang activity.
Yep.
From his days as a gang leader in Trenton to his violent demise in a Florida casino, Leary's
Oh, he
story
died
is a
in Florida,
testament to
okay.
the destructive path of gang involvement. Vincent Young, the notorious leader of the Fruittown and Brick City Brems, a violent subset of the Blood Street Gang. Young's journey from Los Angeles to New Jersey and his control over the gang both inside and outside prison is a tale of power, crime, and ultimate downfall. In the early 1970s, the Bloods gang was formed in Los Angeles, California. Over time, the Bloods expanded beyond LA, creating subgroups or sets identified by specific streets, neighborhoods, or areas.
Yeah.
One of these sets, known as the Fruittown Brems, or FTB, was established in Los Angeles. Vincent Young, a member of this set, played a significant role in its expansion. In 1993,
But
Young
where I want to know, where did you get Fruittown from? Like, is there somewhere in Los Angeles? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing. I don't care what people say, but I want to know, where did you get Fruittown from? Like Fruittown from? Like, is it a town, or is it like a projects? Like, where does Fruittown come from? That's what I want to know.
traveled to New Jersey, where he killed someone he believed threatened the Bloods. Convicted of aggravated manslaughter, he was sentenced to a New Jersey state prison term. While incarcerated at East Jersey State Prison in Rahway, Young founded and led a New Jersey-based set of the Fruittown Brems. After being transferred to Northern State Prison in Newark, he recruited fellow inmates, including Altaric Gums, to join his set. Gums, from Essex County, New Jersey, was promoted by Young to a leadership position. By 1999, Gums received permission from Young to start a
And mind you, bro, all this is happening literally before. I think the last person probably got arrested probably like 2015. So mind you, if I'm born in the 90s, from the 90s all the way up until like 2015, bro, I've witnessed a lot of shit, bro. Like, that's a lot of shit to go down. Like,
called the Brick City Brems, which operated primarily in Essex County. Despite Gums' leadership, Young maintained control over this subset, enforcing strict protocols and demanding loyalty and financial support from its members. Initially, the Fruittown and Brick City Brems operated primarily within New Jersey prisons. However, as members were released, they established operations and engaged in criminal activities across New Jersey, including Jersey City, Newark, and Paterson. Even as the gang expanded outside of prison, Young and Gums continued to control their operations from behind bars. Vincent Young, now 42, stood in shackles before a federal judge in Newark, apologizing to the many victims harmed by his gang's crimes. Entering the courtroom surrounded by U.S. Marshals, Young made it clear that he had been the highest-ranking member of the Fruittown and Brick City Brems set for much longer than prosecutors had alleged. He proudly declared, "In '94, I was already Triple OG," referring to his title, Triple Original Gangster,
yeah, I was born in.
among gang members and associates who both feared and revered him. While pleading guilty to an extensive racketeering conspiracy, Young admitted to leading the gang set using strict West Coast principles. He ordered the slayings of members who cooperated with
And
authority.
I apologize for keep cutting, but bro, I keep hearing like this West Coast and East Coast thing, bro. West Coast sets and East Coast sets are two different sets, bro. Like, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. West Coast sets have their own belief, and East Coast sets have their own belief. Everybody from the East Coast respect the West Coast because sometimes, how can I say it? How can I say it without sounding stupid? The East Coast respects the West Coast because sometimes That's where the OGs and triple OGs come from. They come from the West, they go out to the East, the North, the South, and that's how they branch off. Most of this shit start off in the West. Now, when it comes down to
tagging
like principalities, some niggas, I'm not gonna say who, but some niggas think they're bigger than the set. And it's not that. Like, you have to fall in line, bro. You're not bigger than the set. If you're bigger than the set, you will be moving up in ranks. Like, you get what I'm saying? But let's get into this.
them as food, despite his claims of maturity and his argument that he wouldn't be a risk to reoffend. District Judge Stanley R. Chesler sentenced him to 188 months in prison. The judge's primary concern was that Young conducted the racketeering enterprise while already serving time in state prison. According to U.S. Attorney Paul J. Fishman, Young was the lead defendant in a 52-page indictment from January 2011, which included 14 other reputed members of the Fruittown and Brick City Brims. The indictment alleged that Young directed gang members and associates, both in and out of prison, in committing various crimes, including murder, kidnapping, aggravated assault, robbery, bribery, extortion, drug trafficking, and witness intimidation. Vincent Young pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, admitting to distributing drugs. All 15 indicted defendants have pleaded guilty. This story of Vincent Young is a stark reminder of the dangerous influence of gang leaders and the extensive efforts required to bring them to justice. His tale of power and control from behind bars highlights the ongoing battle against organized crime.
Check in. Gotta check in. Gotta
Straight
check
like that.
I can't stress it. Gotta check in.
No question.
Know what we mean. Gotta check in.
No question
It's your
about
boy
that.
Castor Troy, man. We get busy out here.
No toes, no easy path.
The Purple Boys.
Your bag can't help you either. Your bag can't help you.
Yesterday, right after a federal grand jury returned his indictment, federal agents arrested Corey Hamlin, the leader of the Grape Street Crips, along with 3 other alleged gang members. The indictment, which has 28 counts, charges Hamlet with conspiracy to commit racketeering, violent crimes in aid of racketeering, drug trafficking, and other crimes.
This your boy Castor Troy. Baby Luke. 103rd. Jordan down. We got a message.
Oh, yeah, right there. That is me.
We got an issue for you, Chief.
That is me.
I got an issue for you. This is for my block. All headshots. I ain't playing with
Right
you.
there.
South over Sosa.
Right there. About this nigga arm in the way,
Two
bro.
on site.
Now, everybody know what it is. That's what we do.
Look at we good. RP Bird, man. RP fucking Bird, boy.
Today, we're exploring the incredible story of Corey Hamlet, also known as Sea Blaze, Blaze, Blizzy, and Castor Troy. At 41, this longtime leader of the Grape Street Crips in Newark, New Jersey, has finally faced justice. Sentenced to 2 concurrent life terms in prison, Hamlet's criminal reign involved 6 murders, an attempted murder, drug trafficking, and firearms
That was a good day to be
offenses,
alive right
all
there.
part of a larger
video?
racketeering
Boy,
conspiracy.
Good day.
Corey Hamlet from Bullville, New Jersey, was convicted in July 2018 after a 2-month trial. District Judge Madeline Cox Arleo.
All right, I gotta pause it right here because I got a little story to tell y'all. So this nigga right here, bro, I swear to God, bro, this probably like 2010, about 2010, 2011. Yo, this nigga right here, bro, I swear to God, I'm walking down the street, not too far from my house. I'm walking down the street, me and my homeboy. We little as hell. We like 2010. I probably was like, what? I don't know. I was in the 10th grade. I don't know. Yo, this nigga right here was driving the gray Jeep, bro. He stopped that motherfucker so fast and hopped out. Like, I've never seen, right here, he don't look like he got much weight. But compared to me, and like, as a kid, this motherfucker hopped out like, yo, you like music? And I'm just standing there like, yeah, why? Yo, this nigga turned around so fucking fast. I ain't gonna hold you. I swear to God, right here in the guy. Me and my man's about to take a cause for one. We never seen this nigga before. This before I knew who he was though. He hopped out the car he turned around so fast. 2 CDs. My name Duha. Check me out. Bro, we just standing in shock like, cause we don't know this nigga. And the way he stopped, like, we know crime is crazy around here, but the way he stopped, like, we didn't have time to prepare ourselves. Mind you, I ain't no bitch or nothing like that. But, bro, my eyes on this nigga here, man, this nigga had me shook for a little minute. Now, this nigga right here, the second nigga right here, man, just call this nigga Welch. Bro, I met out by Branchbrook Park one day, and some niggas was trying to jump me. He was like, yo, I don't know who you is, but you either gonna get right, or we all whoop your ass. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I went home so fucking tired. I was bleeding like a motherfucker. Mom just asked me what's going on, but I guess tell you what, though. Nigga wasn't no bitch. I'll tell you that much. I'm not no bitch. You're not gonna bitch me nowhere, and I don't give a fuck who you is, bro. You're not gonna do that. Now, nigga with the hat right here, real stand-up gentleman, bro. I would never thought I would see him in this predicament. Like, he's a real stand-up guy. Always kept me out. Him right here, I believe this might, I don't want to say his name, but I believe this is him right here. I'm not gonna say no story about, I can't remember his name right. I believe that's him. Yeah, that's him.
Handed down the sentence.
But the other one right here too, real stand-up gentleman too. All these niggas right here, bro. These niggas not playing out here.
Hamlet's journey to this point began in November 2016 when he was charged in a 22-count indictment.
This nigga said, bro, it's either you gonna fight or we all gonna whoop your ass. And I'm like, nigga, I don't know how old you is, but you like a grown-ass man. Like, my nigga, I'm like 2011, like I said, I don't know how old I was. I was young, bro. I was just getting out in the streets, bro. Like, man, I'll tell you what, though. I went home. I got on that bus. That bus driver was like, yo, my God, what happened to you? I said, man, none. It's just a fight. I went back over here like 2-3 weeks later. He's like, yo, you learned your lesson? I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna run. Like, there is no running this shit. He's like, oh, why, all right. Passed me the ball. I shot the ball, turned around, walked right away, bro. I said, what the fuck? Who is this nigga? Man, these niggas, huh? Stand-up gentleman right here, boy. I swear, right hand of God, I swear to God, bro. Everything I'm telling you, this shit is happening.
7 murders, numerous attempted murders, and other
this video is 100% true, bro.
Crimes. 12 of the 14 defendants have been convicted, with 2 still awaiting trial. But the story doesn't end there. Back in May 2015, a coordinated takedown resulted in the arrest of 68 members and associates of the Grape Street Crips. These individuals faced charges of drug trafficking, physical assaults, and witness intimidation. Out of those 68, 66 have been convicted, with charges still pending against 2. U.S. Attorney Craig Carpenito announced, today's sentencing marks the end of Corey Hamlet's reign of terror on the streets of Newark. Nearly 70 members of this violent criminal organization have been removed from the streets, making Newark a safer place. Special Agent in Charge Gregory W. Airy
I feel
of
sick.
the
My
Newark
homies is
FBI
out.
added,
That's how I feel sick.
Corey Hamlet chose to order others to kill, and now he can serve time for the gang. This conduct will not be tolerated, and today's sentence should send a message that we will pursue and prosecute members of violent street gangs. The DA's Special Agent in Charge, Valerie A. Nickerson, emphasized the sentencing of Corey Hamlet closes the chapter on one of Newark's most violent offenders. Residents can be confident
I know his name
law
now. That is him.
enforcement will continue to pursue those who choose to violate the rule of law. So, what exactly did Corey Hamlet and the Grape Street Crips do? For years, they engaged in murder, robbery, extortion, and drug trafficking throughout Newark. Hamlet's orders alone resulted in 6 murders. The trial revealed numerous violent acts, some targeting rival gang members and others aimed at Grape Street Crips members Hamlet saw as threats. One such story involves a long-running dispute between Hamlet and rival Almalik Anderson. After an attempted truce at Short Hills Mall,
Allegedly,
Hamlet used Instagram to accuse Anderson of cooperating with law enforcement. Following Hamlet's orders, 4 gang members then ambushed Anderson's car, nearly killing him and his passenger. But Hamlet's vengeance didn't stop there. He ordered the murder of Anwar West, the gang member who had tried to broker peace. Co-defendant Rashin Washington left West alone in a Jeep Cherokee, knowing another gang member would shoot West in the head. Hamlet also targeted Maurice Green, Anderson's brother. On March 3, 2014, Hamlet, riding in a Jeep Cherokee, aimed a firearm at Green, but missed the opportunity to shoot. Soon after, a car chase ensued, ending in a deadly crash. Shots fired from the Jeep Cherokee killed Green's passenger, Wesley Childs, and an innocent bystander, Velma Coutinho. Corey Hamlet's story is a stark reminder of the violent realities of gang life and the relentless efforts of law enforcement to bring criminals to justice. His conviction and life sentences highlight the devastating impact of gang violence on communities. These stories of Corey Hamlet, Earl Burnett, Vincent Young, and Bayshine Leary are stark reminders of the destructive impacts of gang violence on our communities. Despite their power and influence, each of these men ultimately faced justice, their criminal empires dismantled by the relentless efforts of law enforcement. Their tales serve as cautionary examples of how the pursuit of power through crime leads only to downfall and despair. As we reflect on their stories, we must recognize the ongoing efforts needed to combat.
Yeah, man, but like I said, man, make sure I like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get this channel to 100K subscribers. If you're new to the channel, make sure I smash that sub button. Sad to see that all these people went down. You know, free the homie C Blaze, man. It is what it is. But catch y'all boys again tomorrow's video.
I'm the one who go and build all the choppers. I'm the one who really took them trips. I'm the one who really taking risks. I'm the one who really shooting daily. I'm the one who really building blicks.